Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What Do You Call It podcast. I'm your host, GB. I'd like to welcome back two guests that I've had previously on the show. The Playboy Prince, Lance Revera.
Bam!
Nope.
Look at the background!
Honestly, before recording this, he was so impressed that he could actually get a background on this. We saw my other guest, the Chocolate Thunder. Obviously, his background is better than mine. If you think it's better than Lance's also, comment below. Chocolate Rave. I spoke to you both last year. Really enjoyed it. Received good feedback as well. And I've kept in contact with you both since doing the interviews. I think you're both good lads. Even though Lance chose not to meet me at Liam Gallagher the other week. So
I've got my reasons.
That's a different story.
Reasons.
Although there was
we can get into it if you want.
There was over 100,000
This is the first time we spoke since.
Go for it. You can tell the story then. Before we just Chocolate, if you don't mind, I want to hear from Lance why he chose not to meet me.
The story, right? Okay. So I felt a bit bad about this at the time, especially, right? So I've left my house at what was it, like quarter to 7? Got my train at 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Got into Manchester. Got on the coach with my two mates, Christy Quinlan of the Violent Gentleman Society and Harry McKenny, who's now retired. So we got the coach from Manchester to Nebworth. I'd started drinking about half past 8.
Pisshead.
So by the time we got to Nebworth, I was absolutely hammered.
Lad.
Absolutely spangled. I'd tipped a whole kind of dark fruits on myself as well, on my white t-shirt.
Really? I don't think you've ever done that before.
I remember my first day.
Not like I did it the week before at Wrestle Island or anything.
No. Doesn't ring a
bell.
bell.
Tell if you
all
can.
Over you. That's
we're coming back to that, by the way. But finish the Nebworth story.
So yeah, I spent about we had a break at Watford Services. Everyone got food. I stood in the toilet just trying to dry myself off. So I hadn't eaten all day. I'd had a protein shake before I left the house. That was about it. So we got to Nebworth, continued to drink, and I got a few messages from you, but I couldn't reply. There was no service, and by the time any of them came through, Kasabian were on. And here's a fun one for you. I forgot I was on my mate's shoulders, and by the time I got home the next day, I only found out because I was watching a video back and thought, fuck me, these people are short, aren't they? It's like, I know I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. I was like, fucking hell, what's going on? And then only because I took my phone and put it down in between my legs where my mate's face was and was like, hey! I realised I was on his shoulders.
Oh,
I remember, oh my God, were you there for Fat White Family?
Nah, I was only there for Kasabian and Liam Gallagher.
I'm not one to bash a performer, but in all honesty, I watched a man in a pair of spandex pants, greased up like a Christmas chicken, screaming down a microphone for about 45 minutes. I've said to everyone, he owes us money for that. I don't know what the fuck that was. I was that shit-faced. I sat on the floor at Nebworth with these lads that I've never met before in my life, and we all just shouted at this poor fella. So, Fat White Family, I do apologise, but also secretly, I kind of don't, because you stole me money, mate. Shouted, what the fucking hell was that, at him over and over again. And who the fuck are you? And all sorts. While this man, in nothing but skin-coloured Spanx, that I've seen that people found out were a tenner from Primark, screamed down a microphone. Like, he literally had this microphone and went like, oh, that's gonna get clipped up. But he literally just going down this microphone for 45 minutes and was lying on the grass and rolling around.
Sounds horrendous.
I've never seen anything like it in my life, and I don't want to see it again.
Wow, I'm glad I turned up pretty late then. Chocolate, have you seen any good bands then lately?
I can't say I've seen any that good, no. going to see the pod. I'm going to see the Prodigy next month, so hopefully
That'll be good.
decent. Yeah.
That'll be decent. That.
That'd be
I've
awesome.
not been to a festival in ages. Like last one I went to had to be the
Escorted out.
festival.
The festival. Oh man,
Uh,
never went to it. Never went to it, man.
Yeah, it was alright. I got smashed on the last night, and I ended up in my pants, like actual purple.
Was that you
shorty
performing
pants.
at Nebworth?
This was before Chocolate Thunder was a thing, and
You
we're
already
walking
call
home.
yourself Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah, I might as well have, because at that point, Jesus, they were literally these like purple hot pants, which I was wearing for some reason. And I remember walking back to our house, and there was the speed cameras that can measure your speed and they show you how fast you're going.
Yeah.
We were running through that camera to see how fast we could get, and I think I clocked something like 12 miles an hour. And I was just trying to beat that for about a good 10 minutes. I was smashed in these purple pants and some wellies, like legging it, trying to beat
That's
this
how
time.
Chocolate Thunder became.
So when Lance tells that festival story, yeah, I 100% get that. Like,
I remember everything before Kasabian and everything after Kasabian. The middle of Kasabian was an absolute blur. I said to my mates, if Noel came out, waved at the crowd, went back in, and we never saw him again, I would have had to ask him. I messaged the pair of them the other day, asking if they played Vlad the Impaler. I had no idea. I only remember getting knocked over in the middle of this mosh pit and having to jump up and telling people to back off in that because they were trying to jump on people. I jumped up and started going, fuck off at these people, because they were there ready to jump on people. I was like, oh my God. Head was gone. I remember nothing other than that.
I actually hate mosh pits. I don't mean to sound like a funny duddy or whatever. I just can't stand them.
It's the worst one I've ever been in. There was
just
a
don't
girl,
find them
right,
fun.
she had this massive bruise on her leg about that big. It was huge because someone had just ran in and two-footed her like a prime Roy Keane.
Fucking hell, Haaland.
Scott McTominay this season, isn't it?
like he's going to be in the squad, but we will get into the football talk. It's actually probably maybe one of the best openers to a podcast I've had. Festivals and beating the speed and brilliant stuff. So since I last interviewed both of you guys, you have now become a tag team, Chocolate Rave. So I'm going to ask Chocolate first. If you can tell listeners, what was your first impression of Lance? Oh.
So I'm sure we followed each other on Instagram ages ago. I remember looking at his sort of like the stuff he was posting. I was like, okay, he's doing the similar sort of gimmick I'm doing. That's cool. And I'm sure we might have commented on a few of his posts. And then obviously, I remember debut for Wrestle Island last year, and Lance was there. And I think we got talking after the show because I think we were one of the last few people to leave. And I think I said to him, like, yeah, dude, like, if we ever team up, we should definitely have a tag team, if not a feud or something. And yeah, we seem to have similar interests and seem to get on really well with each other. And eventually, Chocolate Rave was born, and here we are now, about to take over at the wrestling world.
Love it. Lance, same question. I reckon Lance is going to be a bit of a dick about this. I think Chocolate's like a bit nice.
This guy's a prick. I'm carrying him the whole time. I can get rid of him.
Said, I saw him on Instagram, and I saw him doing a bit of a similar thing to myself, and I was like, okay, that's the politest way anyone's ever just gone, yeah, he's a fucking knobhead, wasn't he? I was honestly just expecting to go, saw him on Instagram, and I thought, what twat. The politest way
I didn't think that, to
ever
be fair. Absolutely not.
You didn't?
I did, Lance, don't worry.
I could see it. I could see it in your face. It was like, he was doing a similar thing to me, and I thought, gimmick infringement, bastard.
Nah.
I just remember us going back and forth on Instagram and just commenting on each other's posts, and I thought, what a guy. He's just helping me here. And that's the big thing when people interact with stuff. I automatically go, they get how this works. This is what a hero. So yeah, I just remember the first conversation we had. I was talking to someone about being in a film, and you started telling the story about how you were on the chase, and I was like blown away, and I was like, oh my god, what's Bradley Walsh like?
Wait, what? You was on the chase?
Yeah, I did a podcast with some. I think it was Chris Dees or some guy, and he asked me about it. And apparently
he's cool.
Yeah, and apparently he told you, and you were like, "What?" Yeah, and you didn't even. Yeah. I was on the chase.
That was our first conversation backstage at Wrestle Island. It was when it was in December, I think it was the first like proper conversation.
Something like that, yeah.
And I think we'd spoken about football as well earlier in the day because it was United West Ham the same day, and me and Dan Evans were jumping all over each other like, "Oh my god, is if we fucking score?"
Ronaldo I'm quite shocked by this, by the way, because you are a United fan and Jockey is a Liverpool fan. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. I mean, I dislike you both, but there's more of a rivalry between Man United and Liverpool. I'm just staring apart at the moment. Continue.
Yeah, and I'm aware I don't live anywhere near Liverpool, so yeah, that makes me a shit fan. But
I think we've had this conversation before, and I was like, right. I just dismissed it and tried to forget about it.
Yeah. I've learned a long time ago about football never to put like 100% into it, because even if it's England, even if it's Liverpool, you will 100% get burnt. Like, yeah, it's just not worth.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I got so excited during the Euros semi-final when we won. I cried on the sofa of this girl's house. I cried, and my mate just sat there looking at me like, and I was like going, "I never thought I'd see this." Just like proper getting all emotional, like singing Sweet Caroline. That's what I was like. Oh my god! I was honest to God. I was like, "Oh my god, it's coming home! It's coming home!"
I'm sorry for listeners' ears right now.
Then, yeah,
it's like that Grant Mitchell on Twitter.
That went well, didn't it?
No, no, how much this means to me.
I've got nothing left.
Oh, brilliant!
Awesome. So we discovered like you basically were fans of each other, and you sort of communicated via social media and Instagram as well, which is cool to see. And then you sort of talk to each other as well at Wrestle Island. I mean, Wrestle Island, I know you both post let me try it again. I know you both post about it a lot. You both seem to be like sort of enjoying your time there. What does Wrestle Island mean to you both? Lance, you first.
Well, it means a lot to me. It was one of the first places that ever took a chance on me when I was, I think I made my debut I was 19. And obviously, since then, I've gone from strength to strength at Wrestle Island, competing in a number of different matches. And the past show, I became the Wrestle Island champion. Obviously, to lose that to Hustle Malone, but obviously, that is the first place I've ever held a main title. They're like their heavyweight title. So Wrestle Island means a hell of a lot to me now, especially.
And you, Chucky?
Yeah, it means a hell of a lot to me too. It's one of the first promotions outside like my main home ones that took a chance on me. And like, I think it was during lockdown, obviously, when nothing was happening. I think they put a post out asking for new talent, and I just sent my stuff in. See what would happen, and they bigged me up and like put me over, and I was like, oh wow, cool. See what goes from here. And then I got on the show, and they've really gave me opportunities, because you look at some of the wrestlers on the cards that they put on, it's just madness. Like, there's so much talent there, and so many like different wrestlers and workers with all sorts of different gimmicks and sort of styles, and they're all like amazing shows. Like they pack out the hall they have them in as well, and it means a lot to me because they've put a lot of trust in me, even after only seeing like footage of me on YouTube. So to give me like a spot there, like when there's so much talent in the Northwest as well, like Lance included, it means a hell of a lot. And just to get a spot on one of their shows, which are so highly regarded, it's just it's massive.
No, awesome. It's good promotion from what I see, the content as well, and it's got a lot of good talent and Lance.
Hold on, the real question is then, when are you gonna come watch us? When are you gonna come up? Adventure, get outside.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, if you saw at my hotel, you know, and like the travel, then we can make
Hold
this
on.
happen.
You ain't telling, brother. What do you want about? You'll come see.
I'm VIP.
Well, you've got to pay
VIP.
for the package then, haven't you?
Man's broke, innit? Times are hard, lads.
You gotta buy a Lance t-shirt as well. No one leaves without buying.
Just get one from Chris. I'll get one from Chris. It's my wrestling podcast. I'm sure he's got loads of stuff. Like,
what do you mean? We ain't bootlegging out here. What you on about?
I'll go on eBay. Okay, it's like lads, it fits me. It does. No, don't worry. I will find a way
it's
there.
Just
don't
a
worry,
picture
lads.
of the t-shirt on a t-shirt.
Don't worry. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I'm going to ask this next question. I think this will be quite fun. What is your favorite thing about your tag team partner? Chocolate, you first.
Oh my god, this is like
dating game, innit?
Yeah. What, Mr. and Mrs. This is what this is like.
Yeah. We should be sitting back to back, really, shouldn't we? And just writing the answers down, sort of like.
It's like the first season of NXT.
Yeah. Oh man, this is going to get really uncomfortable now, isn't it? It's definitely the gear. I love the tights with the woman's face on. It's just first thing when I saw that, I was like, that's so Rick Rude. Yeah. And I love Rick Rude, and I was just like, it's fucking genius. And,
who is the women, by the way? Just quickly.
Yeah.
I have Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor. Oh God, Rita Hayworth. I think that's it. I think that's the full list of them.
I'm going to keep you away from the old people's home, honestly. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
You say that, but most of them are actually dead.
I'm not going to reply to that one.
It's beyond old people's homes, pal.
So yeah, that was it was the gear. I've got his entrance music in my head now. Like it's constantly just playing, and I'm just like, turn the lights out, and I'm
rocking out yourself. Yeah.
I love the song, so it's fine. But yeah, I'd say the theme song and the tights.
It was a conversation we had to have at PW, wasn't it? Because we didn't know what to come out to, and you were just like, your music, and I was like, are you sure?
I was like, yeah,
it's fine.
Oh,
yeah. I don't think you could, because like mine's so like out there. I don't think it would suit Lance. Like I'm too sexy. It's just.
It's a fucking tune, though. Like, who doesn't know that song? I think I actually used it in the background for your shout out as well last year.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what stands out when first time I see Lance.
Wicked, your turn, Lance.
I just absolutely love how flamboyant you are. Like the bright colours, the like the promo pictures with you, the hand poses, everything. Like it's so like different to what everyone else is doing out there. Because a lot of people are like the dark colours, kick pads. We're gonna fucking muller each other, and like you've got to that place in the market where it's like it's completely different to what everyone else is doing, and I absolutely love it. Like that, I love the hat, I love the jacket, and how fucking massive it is. Because like we were at fucking PW the other week, and I was just stroking the back of his jacket, and I was just like, I love it. This is great.
Like, cause you're still hungover from like Liam Gallagher.
No, I just absolutely like love how out there it is.
Yeah,
like it's proper. It like from the minute Pete started promoting it for Wrestle Island, it grabbed my attention, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like proper cool." And obviously, it's as you can see in the background, it's very similar colours to what I wear as well, and what I go with. And I was like, "It's cool to see somebody else doing that but we're like on a slightly different like wavelength of what we're doing."
Yeah,
so it's similar but different, if that makes sense. And it was like, I just think it's so cool. and it proper stands out through the whole thing, and it proper grabs your attention. And that's, if you can grab someone's attention like straight away just off a picture, you're like, fucking hell, what's this guy about?
Especially in wrestling
It's
as well.
Well, yeah, with
100%.
so many different people doing their own thing. You're like, whoa. And then obviously, like, we're on the same shows all the time. It's not just a gimmick. It's also you can go as well. Like when we were having our tag match the other week, I was like, whoa, it's sick. When you drop the famous serve, I remember standing in the ring going, oh well, cool that. Do it again.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good. I can see you both have the chemistry there. Though I'm not going to ask you more like dating questions or anything like that. I just wanted to, I think it'd be
If you do, I'm gonna have to get in the car and come give you a kiss. Do you know what I mean?
But no, it's good. I can tell you both generally get on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're two like-minded people, like Lance was saying. Like, obviously, like the gimmicks aren't the same, but they're kind of similar, and I think we sort of have the similar sort of outlook on wrestling as well. Like, it in its purest form, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. Like, what I do isn't complicated, if I'm being honest. I just stick a jacket and a hat on, and I just be a twat like when I go out the ring.
Sounds like me in a night out.
But yeah, me too. When I've had a few Stellas, like pop a
few
dickhead me. Few Stellas.
Just going in the club, just chinning people. Like,
yeah. Oh mate, I can't have too many, otherwise, yeah, I'll get proper aggro. But yeah.
Now you've said it, you've got to tell a story, man. I mean, you told us about the festival story. You've been Speedy Gonzalez, like, come on.
So this is when I was much younger, and I went
hold on. Is the statute of limitations like listed on this? Because this sounds like it's going to be a heavy story.
It's not that heavy.
Avoid names. In the story. There we go.
No.
This happened to his mate, not him. It was a friend.
It was a friend. No. I basically went on a night out and I was just tanking Stellas all night, and it must have been 1-2 in the morning. And I was stood outside of Chippy, just literally, you know how you go on a night out and there's always one guy who's just swearing at strangers for no reason as he walks past them. That was me outside a chip shop, just like casually eating a kebab, just swearing at people under my breath. And I think my mate literally had to pull me aside and say, "You need to calm down." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And yeah.
You can even back yourself up and go, "Do you know what? He deserved it." You just like, I completely understand.
I'm okay, sorry.
yeah, literally. Just giving it all the hard talk, and then I suddenly went, "Actually, no, I'm not. I just need to stop being a twat." Yeah.
I love it.
Didn't even back himself for 5 minutes.
He just like accepted defeat straight away. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
One of my friends listeners, he knows straight away. So he literally give it.
It's literally like, "You're not like this. You know that, don't you, mate?" And I was like, "Yeah." Just take me home, please.
This is the new Chucky. This is a storyline waiting to happen.
Just literally, he's got his arm around you, and you know you've just done something wrong. Just like, head down and shame. Into the taxi.
Chucky drinking Stella. Yeah, mate. No. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a story for an over 18 show. Chucky Thunder drinks Stella and he becomes like something completely different.
Angry.
Becomes like Vanilla Lightning or something.
Vanilla Lightning.
Is it playing the name Chocolate Thunder? Glen Island? No.
Oh my god.
That was. I'll go to my room. That was terrible. I'm supposed to be the host.
I can't remember what the question was now. What was the question?
I think you answered it. What was it? I think it was just like the first. Not first impression. What do you like about Lance? And I think you answered it. Oh no! I wasn't actually asked the question. We just got on this. You and Stella. I don't know. I was actually going to ask a question, but I completely forgot now. Right, yeah, sorry.
Oh, here's one for you. Actually, here's one for you. When I was drinking the other week, I went out for my birthday, and I was stood at the bar, And it was after Spurs just absolutely fucking rattled the life out of Arsenal.
So it wasn't the other week, and you just have to mention the story for the sake of it. Go on.
Yeah. So it's my birthday. It was last month. It was a month ago this week.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Continue.
So I was stood at the bar, and these two lads were stood there. So I was out in Liverpool with my mate. Two lads stood there with Arsenal shirts on. I'm like, what the fuck's this about? So I've had a load. And my mate starts jumping on him, having a laugh with him because he supports Everton. So the Arteta link's there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, who do you support? Who do you support? And I went, United. And they went, which United? West Ham? Leeds? I went, fucking Man United. What do you think? And they were like, oh, you're shit. Oh, you're shit. We're above you. We're above you. And I just went like this. I looked around and went, where's your European Cup? How many league titles you got? And they were like, oh, all right. And I just put my arm around one of them and went, nice one for Van Persie, do you know what I mean? And they went, all right, mate, that's fucking enough. That's too far. It's too far.
That is too far, mate. That's like, I mean, we're having a nice chat, having a catch up, and you've just crossed the line with those comments and that story. There's no need for that, man. Honestly, I've never done that to you. Like, it's just bang out of order.
If it makes you feel better, Chucky, for swearing under your breath, I turned and looked at him and said, why? What are you going to fucking do? And I'll fuck off.
I bet that didn't happen, but yeah, okay.
They just walked off like that, and I went, fuck off.
You could have just told me that story before recording or after recording, but no, just squeeze it in, just to see my reaction, see my face drop, and just like, fuck off. And there's just no need for that, man. Honestly,
I could see it in your face as I was saying it. You were just like,
I knew it was going as well, where pretty much how it was going to end. I was just like, fuck off, Lance.
How do you know it's going to end with Van Persie? I could have said thank you for taking Sylvester off our hands.
Yeah, we had him for like 2 years as well.
I know, shit.
How did he last at United for like 8 years? That's ridiculous. I mean, he signed him after the treble season, but I'm not going to go back to Sylvester. He wasn't, Anyway, he's a bit shy. But I want to ask you both, as a tag team, being one of the last questions as well, as we wrap this episode up, not because of what we asked, because that is actually my last question. I've actually got one.
God, are we already done?
Nearly.
Oh my God.
I know, time's flown by, mate, because we've just chatted a lot of shit in this episode. I did say it was actually quite free flowing and quite fun, to be fair. Not like, what's your first match? Who'd you wrestle? As a tag team, what are your goals? Whoever wants to answer first, you can do so.
Oh, go on then.
What's to say?
Oh, go on then. Fine, yeah. I was waiting for Lance to put me over, but nah.
It's fine. I'll go. It's fine because I've got my answer in my head. I know what I wanted to say. I was just being polite. Well, as always the answer is to be number one, isn't it? We want to be PW Tag Champions. I'm going to become Wrestle Island Champion again. And then when Wrestle Island get the tag titles, we'll come together on Wrestle Island. I'm going to take them as well. And then, do you know what? Whoever else is brave enough to book us, we'll have your belts and all. Absolute cowards.
Absolutely.
We're number one. Do you know what I mean?
The most
I just don't know it yet.
handsome tag team you'll ever see in British wrestling. By far.
Ever.
By
Period.
far. Yeah.
No, the
We-
UK Pitbulls right there. UK Pitbulls, mate. Like, they were some studs, right?
Yeah, but we've got hair, so, you know.
From start of British wrestling, from the very, very start to the very, very end, no matter when it is, whenever British wrestling actually comes to an end, we will be the most handsomest team to ever handsome.
Awesome.
Fit as
awesome.
fuck, do you know what I mean?
No, I'm glad to have you boys on here because it's just been an absolute laugh, and I'm glad you're both doing well. As I do keep up to date with your social media as well. The last question I'm going to have to ask you both to wrap it up, because we've mentioned football as well. I mean, Lance kind of pushed it and went over the edge, but here we go. Where do you see your team finishing this season? Last question.
What is in? I thought you meant us two then. I was like, well,
no, football team next season, Premier League, Man United, Liverpool. Come on,
fourth.
Do chocolate?
I would be disappointed if we weren't aiming for first. We've just spent £85 million on a striker. Like, come on, lads. I mean, just considering how close it was last season as well, you've got to be aiming for
But yeah,
the
Klopp
title.
gets manager of the season. That was bollocks. But so I have to squeeze that in.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
In honesty, like, the job Eddie Howe did at Newcastle,
100% agree. Eddie Howe should have won it.
Should have got it.
I like Klopp.
I think
I just don't understand.
Me off in interviews. Really does.
I think the fact that we were going for the quad was probably what swung it.
And I think because you won the League Cup and you had won the FA Cup, and obviously finished second, I think that's sort of kind of and Champions League final. But obviously they lost the Premier League. But I don't agree. But it is what it is. You can't change it. But I think United. I think Ten Hag. I want to see some good things from him because I like him. Yeah, I was a big fan of Ajax, but I went to see him out there. So I think we've got some good things to come to see from United, maybe. If at the moment you're clearing up the players, Lance. See Lance there waiting for me to make a joke, but I'm not. Being a serious host, even though you're a dick. Chocolate, Liverpool, I think Liverpool's going to be top 3, top 2. I think that's just guaranteed. Man United, I think top 6, top 4, I don't know. I want to see who they bring in as well. For Arsenal, I think we're going to probably win the league.
Hey.
Couldn't even finish 4th when you didn't have European football. What are you on about?
Oh, don't. This was time I can't even argue with Lance. Like, no, we were just back and forth, right? But honestly, I was so ashamed that we literally threw it away. We actually threw away top 4, and I was fucking.
The thing that stands out to me the most about that, I'm really having to bite my tongue here because I don't want to upset Chucky on Liverpool. This whole mentality monster thing about Liverpool, I don't understand it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to go behind in games all the time, but he was called a fraud. Jurgen Klopp, he fails to score in 3 finals and bottles the
no excuse
for
that.
league.
No excuse for that at all.
No. Dominated that game at the Champions League final as well.
That is true.
Dominated it.
You were the better team, but you just didn't score.
But then, as well with Arsenal, as well, don't think you get enough there.
No, we
got off. All the praise they got on Arteta, and he didn't even have European football. This is like the best you're gonna get.
You see the fucking squad we had. Literally, we were scraping it together.
I thought Emmanuel Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka was the saviours of English football. They were before we played.
Smith-Rowe. We missed him a bit this season as well. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this episode up because I'm going to start saying some stuff like that. Honestly, boys, it's good to have you on. I will come see you boys.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. And I do not want to be in big trouble.
Literally, that GIF, Marina saying that is 100% me right now. Nah, mate, Jack, I can take it.
It's me as well.
You big time, mate, big time. Boys, I'll put your details in the description below where they can find you on social media. For everyone that's listened to this episode, there's going to be more episodes of What Do You Call It podcast coming out very soon. The big 100 is coming out shortly. I don't actually know when, official date, but we will see. But it's going to be... a Lance back on? Absolutely not. It makes my blood boil. I'm joking. Lads, any last words you want to say? No, Lance is gone. Chocolate, any last words you want to say?
Yeah, thanks for having us on. Once again, if you're a promotion out there and you want your tag team titles to look 100% sexy, get the Chocolate Rave on board.
Chocolate Rave. Awesome. Lance, any last words quickly?
I hate Arsenal and I hate Liverpool.
You can fuck myself. I love you too, lads. You're a good lad when you're not being a dick. No, you're both honestly good lads. I enjoy speaking to you when I can, and to have you back on as well, it means a lot. And to have this episode so close to 100, it's been an absolute laugh. I don't think we've actually talked about wrestling that much, to be honest. We really haven't. But everyone, and Lance seems disappointed.
I never talk about wrestling when I come on here.
No,
never.
Everyone, thank you for listening to this episode. More episodes come out soon.
I think we've spoken about 5 minutes to wrestling over 2 episodes.
Take care, everyone. Peace. Hello there. I've got a special announcement for my next guest.
I'm Pitfall Jones, and I'll be appearing on the What Do You Call It podcast.
Yeah, I heard.